And we're live. Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Talk Now Live with Max and Larry. So grateful that you guys are here to join us on this beautiful, beautiful Friday evening. Let's say hello to Max. Max, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here with everybody, and it's going to be a good show. So how you doing?
I'm doing good here. Let's see who's here. JC the Man is here. He says, hi, I haven't seen you here before. JC the Man. Can you see what his avatar is? I know it's himself, but is that like a car behind him? I think it's a Tesla, maybe.
No, yeah, I guess so. But I mean, it looks like it's Grand Theft Auto style. That's pretty cool. Welcome.
Okay, welcome, JC the Man. And guess who's here? Big Dave is here. Welcome back to Big Dave, aka Big Dave. What's up, gentlemen? Glad to see you. Green Candle Fanatic. He's crazy about green candles. What's up, everyone? Sobo is here. Good evening,
Sobo. Green candles, all the newcomers.
And let's see, just scanning down. Everyone saying hello to each other. That's nice of you guys to welcome one another. April Cornwell is here. Hey, beautiful peeps. Hope everyone had a beautiful Friday. Weather was great. It is great here, too. Dinner was good. It was a good day. I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing good at the Cornwell family. So if you guys would hit the like button, just a reminder, we're trying to get to 100 likes. We almost did it last night. We were close. Let's see. Larry, that I know, and I think there's going to be a pullback. I really do. I think I'm going to be okay with XRP. I could be wrong, but you know, if everything is projected to go so high, you know, no matter what I get, even if I get it at 50 cents, it's still a bargain, right? So I think I'll be okay. But Crypto McDizzle for Shizzle is here. He says, yo, welcome back, Mike Cornwell. Tim Shea says, hey, because that's what Tim Shea says. Glad to see you here. And let's see here. Who else is here? Max, what are we going to be talking about tonight while I'm going through the comments looking for some new ones?
We have some news in regards to, obviously, Quant, but what's going to start off with the headlines is actually HBAR. You know, Stardog actually pointed this out. He sent me a DM earlier in regards to specifically HBAR. Shout out to Stardog, who usually watches, let's face it, the replays because of the time difference in the UK. But he sent me this message earlier today at 2:30. He says HBAR doubled from 4 cents to 8 cents. He was bang on. So thank you for that, Stardog.
Yeah, HBAR has been doing great there. It's up right now 20.3% in the last 24 hours. HBAR, baby, me, myself, and I. Good segue there. GS is here. He says, hello. Welcome back, GS. And let's see who else is here. I think that's it. We've got everybody here. So we've got 21 beautiful people here. If you guys would hit the like button, we're going to keep reminding you so that we could all win together and get that 100 likes on the show. So, Max, if you're ready to start off with the first news segment, I'm ready.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Let's get right into it. Let's see what we have here. So like I was going to mention, I was going to start things off with HBAR. So I'm going to get right into that just a moment. I actually had those tabs the right way. But if anything, here it is. Right here. All right. So this is part of our particular headline, to say the least. And
okay, there it goes. Sorry.
Say what?
No, I said here it goes. Here comes the screen. I see it.
All right. So it says, for instance, HBAR currently the top gainer of the top 100 coins. CMC, according to CMC, outperformed the other 99 coins on the list over the last 7 days and last 24 hours. How about them, quote unquote, bad tokenomics, right? So a person replied to this. He says, not really an issue. People just want to rationalize the bearish, PA, and because they can't argue against its fundamentals, they label it bad tokenomics. Is an easy alternative to shift the blame to. Let's face it, that's reality. It says when we began pumping again, that argument won't stand either. And I couldn't agree more in regards to that. I did state for the record that I felt as though that this would be at least a 2x after Davos. And it's actually been a little bit over than that, more than that, I should say. We have a little bit more in regards to specifically HBAR. I'm going to pull that up right now. Pull it up in a way in which I can just move tabs just a moment. So here it is right here. A little bit more in regards to specifically HBAR. This guy says WTF is going on. And look at these nice green God candles, or green. Shout out to, green candle fanatic. There you go. You want some green candles, my friend? There's some nice looking HBAR green candles. Looking really, really impressive. There's a little bit more in regards to specifically this. And that basically is what you see right here. Shout out to this particular new person, Claudio. And yeah, new UCL report. Hedera uses 1,000 times less energy than even Visa, and 3,300 times less than Ethereum. Thank God. Basically, Hedera's entire global network can function on less energy than an average size house. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's blow that up a little bit. So Hedera is the greenest blockchain, possibly even greener than Algo. Algo's up there. Speaking of Algo, here's how it ranks. So for instance, you see this right here. Here's Visa, like we're talking about. How about Algo, right? Algo's always making that claim. I like Algo, don't get me wrong. I own some Algo, but yeah, 1,100 times, on the comparison. Look at this. Hedera, 0. Quadruple, what was it? More than that, actually. 0.34503 kilowatts per transaction. Incredible. And look how many times more than, or less, I should say, compared to Bitcoin. 970 million times less than Bitcoin. So, I mean, it's nice to see these particular breakdowns. Absolutely incredible. We talked about the whole thing with the Cardano comparison, 13,000 times less. Really, really impressive. All right, let's go ahead and kick it back into the comments here briefly, and then we have some more news in regards to our coverage here tonight.
All right, thanks for that HBAR segment there, Max. And Tim Shea says we are all good until Jerome opens his mouth. Maybe so. He might have some, I don't know, he might have a surprise for us. I mean, some people are saying 0.25, maybe a half in terms of interest rate hike. We'll have to see. Me, myself, and I, saying hello to everybody. Want to check out my channel. Things got messed up with my browser today because we were working on trying to fix my StreamYard issue. So I'm not signed into YouTube. Can't click on that. But Max, if you want to check out JC the Man while I'm going through these comments here,
yeah, you still have some
issues
with that. The Microsoft Edge didn't do anything.
Is it still lagging?
Oh, yeah,
it's now lagging now. Yeah. Let me just make sure that I'm on the.
But I can go ahead and pull that up. Let's see, JC the Man. I'll pull that up for you.
And let's say hello to Den is here. Thank you so much. I have not seen you here before, Den. Appreciate you being here.
All right. So here's JC the Man's YouTube. You do a lot of shorts, I guess. Let me see. Just funny stuff, I guess. Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that. Check him out at JC the Man.
Yeah. Thank you for being here, JC. Papa Max is here. He says, hello, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Wayne Side is here. Thank you so much. Wayne is here. Kill it, guys. Thank you so much for being here, Wayne.
All we state is, if you guys could make sure, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button for we can, get this out to more and more people by having the YouTube algorithm kick in. So thank you for joining us here tonight.
Wish you all the best, says Den. Thank you so much. And Wayne Side saying hello. Yep. Please do hit that like button. So back to you, Max. That's all the comments right now. Guys, help us out. Make it a good show and drop some comments and questions if you would. JC the Man is my 10-year-old. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. That's his 10-year-old son, perhaps.
Oh, no need to say sorry. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I like that he likes Grand Theft Auto. That's pretty cool.
Good stuff. All right, good stuff.
All right. So, are you wanting to get more into the news? Is that why you zoomed out?
Yep. Yeah, we don't have any more comments except for to say hello to Salamander. Hello. Larry, kill ALL, please. It's funny. If you guys only knew, I bet you that I pay more. I bet you I pay more for my internet than 95% of the people watching here. So it's not the internet. I think it's like Max was saying, a video card issue. So we'll look into that. But yeah, it's not my internet because they've been here a lot. Those poor, I feel bad for those guys. They keep coming here, and I guess it's not the issue. Dan is here. Do you have any options about Numari? I'm not familiar with that. Are you familiar with Numari, Max?
No, I'm not, unfortunately.
Yeah, drop us some stuff in the comments there, Dan. Let us know more about it, and we'll take a look at it. Wayne side, Saitama doubled in a week. How about that? I should have bought more Saitama, perhaps.
Yeah, right.
Left.
Saitama, what a joke, man. But hey, that's cool. You know, I'm glad to see Saitama was up over 50% earlier today. But for me personally, I'm not buying more Saitama. I'm looking to finally get profits out of the dang thing, get the heck out of it, put it somewhere else.
I'm glad. Yeah, I sold off like everything except for Dust a long time ago. But I'm glad that you guys are doing well. Anybody that's still in Saitama, hopefully you guys are able to make some money or get some money back. Numari, I'm not familiar with their Earth link from Musk. Okay. All right. Let's see. Wayne, if you guys want to drop in the comment section, how much do you guys pay monthly for your internet? That will get the algorithm going. I'll start out first. I pay $128 a month. So let's see what you guys all pay. You can guys just put a number in there. Let me know what your monthly internet bill is, and that'll get the algorithm going, or drop some cute emojis. But yeah, we've gone through all the comments.
All right, so let's kick it back into the particular news coverage we have. And it is a little bit more, I think, in regards to HBAR. Let me just see about that. Yeah, this is actually kind of funny. I think you guys will like this. So if anything, you might have already seen this, but either way, got to have a little fun, right? Can't just be all 100% serious business. So it says public maintenance live, get a Hedera hash brown. Now, if you're like Larry, you take pictures of your breakfast and you post them on Twitter. And so with that said, you can get a Hedera hash brown on Zeus Market. All right. They have over 10,000 followers. Zeus Market is an NFT launchpad and marketplace built on Hedera. Our mission is to make NFT simple by creating yummy breakfast hash browns. So with that said, let's go ahead and play this. There's no volume really, but it's fun. Let's see how they made a Hedera hash brown. Here we go. See, Larry, that's all you got to do, man. Take pictures, yeah, and just post this on your Twitter instead.
Ah, good idea. That's clever.
Yeah, it's not that long. It's like 30 seconds, but watch this. You got to make a Hedera hash brown.
That's funny.
Yeah. Look at that. See, Mike Cornwell, you can show your son how to make a Hedera hash brown. And then that way April don't have to continuously make breakfast for you guys. Look at that. Everybody wants a Hedera hash brown. Come on.
That's funny.
Hedera hash browns.
Hedera hash browns.
Proud unofficial sponsor of Crypto Talk Now. No, I wish. Anyway, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. So we got a little bit more in regards to all this. And that is, let's kick it into some of our quant coverage. And if anything, I saw this earlier and I said to myself, wow, this is something else. Let's share this with the community and let's get right into it. So shout out to this new person who is John, who is the Traveling Light 33. Listen to this. I did a particular video about Chat GPT. A lot of you guys have heard about Chat GPT. It's taken over the world. So he says, I asked Chat GPT to estimate the total addressable market, which is TAM, for the use cases covered by the Quant network. Now, hear me out. I've been saying some of this crazy talk for a while. Now, even Chat GPT, Larry, agrees with Max. How about that? So it says, for instance, in regards to the use cases covered by the Quant network, blockchain operating system, and interoperability protocols, he says he would estimate it is higher, but 2.2 trillion sounds good to me. Look at this. Look at this. The total addressable market TAM for Quant Network's digital asset protocol is estimated to be 2.2 trillion. This includes the increasing demand for blockchain applications such as digital payments, DeFi, digital identity, and supply chain management. The demand is also driven by the need for secure and reliable transactions across various jurisdictions and multiple blockchains. Yes, that's right. Even Chat GPT agrees with me. How about that? All right. Now, a little bit more in regards to our particular quant coverage. We have shared this particular gentleman's tweets and snippets and so on. He says, tokenized economy is the future, says the World Economic Forum. Let's face it, we've been following this whole thing at Davos, Switzerland with the WEF. But he states, imagine you can tokenize without needing to learn code. Yes, Quant has basically outlined that. But how about this? And make the tokens interoperable by default seamlessly across private DLTs and public blockchains. That's the real future. You know it. Yeah. Here's a little bit more of that. So Gilbert Verdian was replying back. He says, no problem. Hope that was helpful and clear. Clear to hear, or great to hear the community's feedback and use the technologies we've developed to really take the blockchain mainstream. And you see it already. Look how many more people have come into Quant. Look how many more people have been excited about Quant. Why are they excited about Quant? Because it reminds them of a second chance at Bitcoin, but far more better than Bitcoin because it has that utility. Over 100 blockchains interoperable. You have, for instance, was it 15 plus SDKs, 3 lines of code? Look at this. The latest and newest release of Tokenize is a game changer for institutions and developers and ordinary users. And oh, by the way, anyone can create interoperable digital assets with a few clicks. Even a CEO can do it. Yeah, as in Gilbert Verdian. Now, a little bit more in regards to this before we kick it back into the comments. And that is what we have right here. Shout out to Greg Lunt for pointing this out. And look at this. We need to reflect on what has happened a year ago. So you see Bitcoin, for instance, it says, for instance, 1 year ago, 36K, because let's face it, after we hit all-time highs on 11/11/2021, it did tank. So it was at 36,000. Today it's at 22, roughly, right? ETH, 2.5K, 1.6K now. Some of these other ones like BNB, but when you get to Quant, look at all this. $113, now 146. Nice to see that. On top of that, high demand for Quant. That's a higher high. Again, shout out to Greg Lunt. A higher high on the daily chart. And man, it's looking really nice. Look at all those green candles for the green candle fanatic.
Looks good.
We have some more Quant coverage for you guys, but we are trying to treat the whole 5 in and 5 out pretty well. So let's get right back into it. Back to you, Larry.
I'm going to have fun with this one. I'm going to have fun with Dan. I got to ask you a technical question, Max. When you did the settings, you still have on the settings for the live show that you have to be a subscriber in order to make a comment. Is that still on there?
Yeah, after a few minutes.
For 2 minutes? Okay. Because this guy right here, Dan, said, see, I don't understand, Dan. He's like a, it's like a cross between, I don't know who he's supposed to be, but it's a fake person. But anyway, he says, I was almost to make a subscription to your channel, but I think I changed my mind. Nothing special, nothing interesting. Goodbye. How the hell are you making this comment? You have to be a subscriber to make this comment. We already got you. Goodbye, but thank you so much for stopping by. I just thought that was kind of funny because
that's all right. I'm not gonna lose any sleep about it. I mean, I'm not trying to please everybody. There's always somebody we don't please. So
it's an AI. It has to be an AI because it doesn't sound human. Adios, says April Cornwell. Goodbye, Dan. A PU 65. Why? Yes, that's exactly right. Goodbye. Well, why do you even tell us? It's not interesting. All right, goodbye. You don't have to put a. It's just funny. It made me laugh when I saw the comment come in. I was like, I'm gonna have fun with this one. Green Candle Fanatic chat GPT. That is something, Max. Since you made the video, it definitely sparked my interest on chat GPT. Microsoft and IBM all linked through chat GPT. IBM make the quantum computers, used for chat GPT, and Microsoft investing big into chat GPT. So thank you for the comment there. My ALBT. Yeah. And you know what? APT's been pumping as well. I saw that comment earlier. He's getting hungry. Wayne Side's getting hungry. How about this one? Crypto Evangelist 2021. He's an evangelist for crypto. 47 people here. If you would, for us, please hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. We're going to try to get 100 tonight. Good evening to you, Larry and Max. Happy New Year to you guys. What are your thoughts on Leads token on both BSC and Eastside? Please check it out and let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys. Yeah, let us know what you think. Also, I like his avatar. Let us know what you think about it. And if you're a member of the dev team, let us know more about it because we'd like to know, and then we'll check it out for sure. All right. So his Doge change is up 14%. All right. GS. Den is more interesting in Vietnam's new CBDC digital dog. Try chat GPT. Oh, look at that. Cool Cat Crypto's back here. Well, maybe Den could get into an argument about, I don't know, BSV, and then Cool Cat will just take care of him. My GBEX about to kill a zero. How about that? GBEX doing well. Everything's doing well. You know what? If your crypto's not pumping, you might be in the wrong one. My XLM is doing good. I added to my bag the other day, and it's doing well. So I'm happy with that. Mike is he's hiding the cat food. All right. Salamander, Den Hazenzol. What a, you know what?
To be honest, I think if you're anything, guys, all you're doing is just showing the guy more attention because he's probably just hanging out and trying to see who's commenting. So
it's been but it's been fun though to see everybody make the comments. But it helped the algorithm. Big Watch.
That is true. It does help. It does help the algorithm.
Big Watch Dude is here. Hey, yo, Larry and Max, what's up, CTN family?
Hey, Big Watch Dude, good to see you. And Cool Cat and everybody else, Brian Dowie, Tim Shea, everybody.
You know, he's big, and he likes watches, too. And he's a dude. All right. JG, the jerk. First time here. That can't be. Maybe it's somebody else. Oh, it's another JG. All right. Well, maybe it is.
Well, thank you very much.
Welcome. His avatar is just pure darkness or like a black hole or something.
Well, maybe this is the stream he's looking for. Lionel Richie.
There you go. Crypto McDizzle for sizzle. We a tight community. F him. All right, there you go. Salamander, he's got a blue face of smiling. Did you notice that this is happening a lot more with StreamYard? That it describes the avatars. It doesn't actually show them. Mike Knight Jr. As opposed to Mike Knight Sr. Mike Knight Jr. is actually here. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Mike, guess what? Max is going to tell you what you can do about your avatar.
Well, I'm going to show you gratitude with my gratitude remote. Go ahead, Larry. You know you want to do it.
I can't find my gratitude.
Oh, you can't find your gratitude rock. Anyway, we have these things called gratitude rocks, and sometimes there's even rock ladies. Anyway, not those type of rock ladies. But anyway, Mike Knight, I'd like to welcome you. Thank you for being here. And yes, consider changing your avatar to something that speaks more about who you are and what you're about. Helps us to quickly identify who you are. So thank you for being here. Have a very welcoming community. Any questions, comments you have, go ahead and ask.
And he's been knighted. I now crown you, sir. Mike Knight Jr. is here. His red is face. His face is red with a heart-shaped face. I don't know. Thank you, Salamander. The Crypto Smith. What's up, boys? How about that? Sean, the Crypto Smith, is here.
Hey, Sean. Good to see you.
While I'm going to the comments, if you would do me a favor, just because of my issue with the browser, if you could just pull up Sean so we can share him. I'm going to go through the rest of these things.
You mean give him a plug, as you would say?
Give him a plug. Yeah, give him a plug.
Before
Candle Fanatic.
Hold on. Before we give him a plug, we need I'm going to highlight. Yeah, go ahead.
We got it. All right. How about that? Maximo and Lorenzo rock. CTN. How about that? Rocket, baby. Lorenzo is Larry or Lawrence in Italian. Thank you so much.
Maximo and Lorenzo rock CTN. Muchos gracias. De nada.
Yes. Muchos gracias. And for all of you Spanish-speaking people, we know what that means. All right. It means thank you very much. And who? Grant Rogers here. Not Buck Rogers, but Grant Roger. How's it going? Good. How are you? Glad you came back. Brian Dowie, the rock lady, stole Larry's gratitude rock. I'll tell you what, it must have fallen down or something. Maybe Patches ate it or something. I don't know where it is. Will do, Max. All right, he's going to change his avatar. How about this? The big Lombowski's here. No, it's not the big Lombowski. The big Bruce Wadowski is here. Thanks for your hard work.
Well, thanks for coming back, Bruce. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Bruce. River Runner is here. He's a runner running along the river, perhaps. My Cowboys.
All right, let's kick it back into this. We got a specific comment, and we're gonna kick it back into the news, because we do try to do the 5 and 5. Tab Cunningham says, Max, in your personal opinion, do you think this could be a small bull run on Quant up to 300, then treads sideways till the real bull run starts? Sir, thanks. Yeah, very well could happen. My thing is this: anything after, I think me and Brian Dowie kind of see somewhat close the same to a sense, right? My thing is, I hate to do key dates because with everything else, it hasn't exactly worked out. It ends up being buy the rumor, sell the news. But post March 20th, I think that's a real date to look at. So I think the utility run starts kicking in during that time, especially with the likes of, like XRP, especially XLM. But here's the thing, like right around that same time, it should be Quant, because about the CBDC connection and so on. And that's why I include them in regards to that. But yeah, I would go with that. I would say there's going to be a lot of blast off that's going to happen, for instance, in spring. And then on top of that, this summer is the time to really, really look out. That goes against how things are traditionally speaking, right? In regards to like a real true bull run and whatnot. But as far as that real utility run kicking into the bull run and all these other ones being affected and so on, yeah, I would rock with that. I might have to maybe analyze that a little bit more closely, but that makes sense to me. I wouldn't mind seeing some sideways action for Quant to have new support, and then get into the real bull run like you're talking about. So thank you for that.
Thank you. And let's jump back into the news with Max. We've got 51 beautiful people here, guys. If you would just hit the like button, help us get to 100. That would be great. I hope your dad is doing well, says Bruce Wadowski.
Yeah, he's having a hard time. He has. I've been telling the doctors and nurses this for a while, and they just, I don't know. People don't listen to me because I'm not a medical professional. But I mean, in this day and age, it's like all you have to do is just do your own research, just like anything. And I told him, I was just like, the guy's got swollen legs, he has swollen feet, and in my opinion, that's the side effect of having a heart valve problem. And now finally, a cardiologist agrees, and so we're trying to get the results from the EKG tomorrow and see what happens with it and so on. But I mean, yeah, he's up there in age. He's 88, but I don't know. I mean, this should have been addressed a long time ago, and I just hate that. If you ever gone into anything when it comes to like the emergency room or urgent care or any particular doctor's visit, the way insurance is set up is, what's the main thing you're coming in here for? Okay, you coming in here for your heart, you coming in here for cellulitis, whatever the case is, that's how it gets billed, and that's how they need to label it in order you to get proper treatment. And I just think that's ridiculous personally, but that's the way the thing is set up. So
thank you, guys. Prayers for Max's dad. As we jump over into the next news segment, we want to welcome everyone, ask you please to hit the like button.
Okay, well, let's get into it then. Well, we can welcome Paula real quick. Paula, welcome. Hi, everybody. I just traded in a few coins and got yourself some Jasmine. Awesome. Right on.
Thank you so much. Welcome, Paula, and welcome to Tab Cunningham. Thank you so much for being here. If we didn't get you before.
Okay, so let's get right into it. We do have some more Quant coverage for you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and kick it into it right now. Here we go. So it's this right here. We talk about this quite often when it comes to, your minimum amount of Quant holdings. So it says 10 Quant will be life-changing, scarcer than Bitcoin. Yeah, true, right? Because it's a lot less on that circulating supply. Solved interoperability at scale, working with 12 nations for Latin American dollar. Oracle already using the solution. 14.6 million tokens ever. Technically speaking, it's 14.88. Greg Lunt addressed that. I'll take more of a deeper dive into that specifically because he had a Thursday Twitter space addressing that particular issue. And it says, for instance, no inflation. There's some people who have different responses, but that was a great statement. And it is true. It's like a lot of times we mention, what is the minimum amount of Quant you should have? In my opinion, it's 10. But for people who want to become just quant millionaires, then they know that, unless they're willing to hold that for a long time, you do need to have more. Not financial advice, though, right? All right, a little bit more in regards to this. We did talk about, for instance, Hedera. Give me just a second. And for instance, we had the whole thing with HBAR. Just a moment. Sometimes these gets, cycled out the wrong way. I want to point this out real quick because here at Crypto Talk Now, we have been talking about specifically these 4-year cycles for quite a bit, right? Towards the end of crypto winter and so on. Who was the one that was telling you guys for the longest time that we need to follow these patterns of these 4-year cycles and so on? Yes, I was pounding that home quite a bit. So even Ben Armstrong was saying, wake up, folks, 4-year cycle math checks out. Needless to say, yeah, absolutely. So Bitcoin 4-year cycle does check out. There's a whole thread about it. I'm not going to even get more into that. But what I want to mention is we outlined that out, a while back. We're still doing it. But check this out. LCX, right? Up 184% since last month. I think it's even more than that. I'm going to show you guys this real quick. That was kind of cool. Got the pictures. And then, yeah, this comes straight from Coinbase, 184.18%. I think it might even be higher than that as we speak. Really impressive to see that. All right, a little bit more in regards to what we have for you tonight. I was trying to keep everything in line with Quant, but this is interesting. So back to this. You know how we make that comparison that Quant is basically the Microsoft of crypto? Look at this. It says back when I first was buying Microsoft in 1990, it was a relatively small company. The bear market provided 3 signature opportunities to buy this new leader. Earnings growth fueled price appreciation. The next Microsoft may be a smaller, lesser known name today. And here it is from way back then. For instance, you have a bear market correction. You have the low sheet, the sheet, and the handle. 15 quarters of big earnings. I know it's hard to see this. It's worth to take a look into it because watch this. We're going to get more into this. You go further down, you see some of, this right here. But here's the thing. Hold on a second. God, I had it. I lost that particular part. They took it away. The guy deleted it. There was a chart that was in correspondence to Quant. I apologize. Anyway, that's all right. We will get right into some of the LCX, and then we'll kick it back into the comments. I apologize, guys. Sometimes people delete their own tweets. Shame on that guy. Anyway, so it says MiCA regulations has a great chance to be passed in Europe in April. Listen to me on this. Most don't realize how bad or how big, I should say, this actually is. This will knock off a stampede of regulations around the world, in my opinion. Yes. How do we know that? Literally, if you have been watching yesterday's show, we gave you an outline on 2 specific ones when it came to regulations. We were talking about specifically XRP, and before that was Quant. Remember that? With the whole thing of these particular interviews in Davos with the World Economic Forum. So it says, for instance, no one wants to be left behind. Time for utility tokens to rule. For instance, LCX, ALBT, and Quant. Look at this specifically. Maybe that's already zoomed in enough. Yeah, it is. So it says MiCA will regulate the following crypto assets. Watch this for a second. Utility tokens are non-financial tokens used to digitally offer access to services, applications, or resources on DLT networks. E-money tokens are crypto assets that have a fixed value based on a single fiat currency and are intended to behave similarly to electronic money. And then on top of that, you have asset reference tokens are designed to keep their value stable by referencing several currencies that are one or more crypto assets. For instance, legal currency and one or more commodities or a basket of such assets. We have more coverage for you guys. Let's kick it back into the comments here briefly. Back to you, Larry. And maybe he's gone. Oh, he's muted. Okay.
Thank you for that, Max, for the Quant updates. And why don't we just go ahead and bring in some more comments here. And you guys, if you would, while we've got the mic back, please hit the like button. We really appreciate that. And drop your comments and questions. That also helps us get the show out to more people. My cat is here. GS. Cool Cat Crypto perhaps has bought a bag of Ethereum. think he's just teasing everybody. But Mike Knight Jr., in fact, he says, just need XDC to hit $1 by 2025. And I think that might be it. No, we got a couple more comments. Larry, did you know there's another ocean under the mantle? I did not. And Salamander in Space, the XDC commander, in fact, says XDC at $1. Yes, I believe. What was the last count that Salamander said that he had as far as XDC? Was it 750,000? I can't remember.
No, that was a long time ago. It was well over 1 million.
Over 1 million? Okay, cool. Cool Cat Crypto. There's another wolf pack under the mantle. All right, Salamander in Space, XDC at $1 would be awesome. It would be great. The super chats will go way up from there. GS, Cool Cat Crypto, Tim Shea. Cool Cat, must be snowing heavy at Russ's house. Brian Dowie got Cool Tim. All right, they're laughing. It's a blizzard. Oh, he's got 1,250,000 XDC. Good for you. Glad to hear it. He's had a good bag.
That's something else. I mean, I technically have XDC dust, if that's the case, compared to Salamander.
Glad to hear it. That's it for the comments, guys. If you would help us out, drop some more. We've got 56 beautiful people in here. Could we please get to 60? We have how many likes over here? 43 likes. If we could get up to 50 likes, that'd be great.
All right. So, yeah, I know what you're referencing there. And it ain't the drink, right? Anyway. Yeah. All right. So if anything, yeah, we can kick it back into some of our particular coverage.
Welcome back. Well, just while you're doing that, welcome back to Mr. Shaggins. Good morning from Scotland. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Shaggins. Anyway. Hold on, what's that? I'm trying, but addicted to XDC. That's a good point. All right. Let me pull some of this up for you guys. I think I know where I'm at with this. Yep. All right. A little bit more in regards to LCX. And it is in regards to Mr. Monty Metzger. And here it is. So it says, goodbye, Goldman. At LCX, Monty Metzger, LCX. And look at this. I'm going to zoom in. This is straight from Davos. This was posted today, this morning, 10:16 Mountain Time. I mean, look at that. Pretty blunt, but pretty direct, right? So it says, you know, LCX, goodbye, Goldman, as in Goldman Sachs. Crypto offerings done right. Leading blockchain innovator based in Liechtenstein. Now, with that said, look at this next chart. Here is specifically Goldman Sachs. Boom, just tanked. So yeah, maybe goodbye Goldman. I don't know. Some people will still buy Goldman Sachs, obviously. But it was interesting. Thought I'd share it with you guys. On top of that, a little bit more in regards to our LCX coverage. I might have showed this earlier, but might as well pound it home again. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. So, you know, this person, Haley Selassie, states it's always the ones you don't expect. And I think a lot of people just, you know, they don't expect a lot of this unless you're like some of you guys who have been into the likes of LCX. But look at this. Again, we did show this earlier. So, you know, up 186.65% for the month. That's really, really impressive, right? So, I mean, even if a person swing trade this, whatever the case be, came in at bottom, I don't know. Really, really impressive. On top of that, let's get into our particular ALBT coverage. And this is really cool because if anything, like this guy has stated, and this guy's name is Gerben van den Berg. And he basically states that Alliance blocks Nexera. We did cover Nexera, did a deep dive and a short review. It radically changes self-custody and self-sovereign identity, right? Like, for instance, like with the passport and so on. The true beauty is on the institutional side, the ability to create a public but controlled environment in which a bank can set their own rules of engagement for decentralized finance. Yes, very, very true. Now, what are they talking about specifically with this? Well, if anything, we're going to get into that here in a bit. And if anything, I want to show you guys just that. Give me a second. I'm going to play this. Hold on. Oh, I got to share it in a different way. All right. So since it is on that particular Chrome tab, I'm going to share it for you guys can hear it. But it's worth showing, right? So let's get into it. This is only 1 minute and 20 seconds. Some of you guys have seen this, but again, this is a different type of, I guess you could say, presentation of what it looks like. But if you want to learn more about Nexera, we did do a deep dive.
Regulatory compliance is
So here we go. Let me start that over.
Regulatory compliance is coming to Web3. Simple integration of regulatory frameworks has never been easier. Introducing Nexera ID. Nexera ID allows you to build the compliance rules your business needs. You can select from many off-the-shelf templates or create custom rules tailored for you. You can easily embed the rules into your application with the fully customizable Nexera ID Wallet SDK, which ensures a streamlined and compliant onboarding for your users. With Nexera ID, your users are onboarded either on a self-custodial smart wallet or on your own custodial infrastructure. From there, they can generate verifiable credentials and use them as part of your verification process. Neither you nor Nexera ID will need to process any private user information. Reduce the costs and risk of compliance enforcement and optimize your main revenue stream through a seamless user onboarding and conversion. Your users will benefit from self-sovereign identities and smart wallets that are readily usable in hundreds of other applications that integrate with the Nexera cross-chain ecosystem. Nexera ID, the Web3 passport that unlocks compliant DeFi.
All right, so I want to state this real quick before we kick it back into the comments. I need to just talk briefly about that. Now, you may look at some of this and you think, well, that's cool. That's a positive catalyst. You have to understand the utility behind what we just presented to you. Because once you understand that, you can realize to yourself, well, look, maybe, for instance, the United States, they don't, adapt this particular utility on with mass adoption, if you will. If anything, for instance, let's say that they just, not necessarily the United States, but let's say other countries, let's say some other countries very well adapt this, basically look at like, what, this would not only save so many people money, but it obviously will save our particular, I don't know, where we check in people at the airport and so on. Let's utilize this particular utility from Nexera, and that's connected to the likes of Alliance Block. So when we talk about utility-driven cryptos and that mass adoption without people even thinking about it, that is again a perfect example of just that. And by the way, that doesn't even scratch the surface on everything that ALBT provides, but that definitely is one of the standout partnerships they have right now with ALBT. Now we have some more particular ALBT coverage. We'll kick it back into the comments just for a brief bit, and then we'll kick it right back for some more news. Back to you, Larry.
All right. Thank you for that, Max. JG is actually a different JG. He's got the black hole avatar. He said he just subscribed, so thank you for that. Tim Shea says, Salamander, you'll be able to buy a country with all that XDC that he has. Let's see here. Welcome back to Fern J75. LCX is showing some serious strength. Just ordered Monty's book. That's the book about blockchain banking, right? So glad to hear that you got into LCX.
Where did you order that, though? I mean, did you get it off of Amazon or, I'm kind of curious.
XXI Gaming, welcome back. Got you, Larry, on the 45. Yeah, we got now 48 likes. Thank you guys so much. Brian Dowie, different JG, I believe. Yes, the other J. He would make a crazy comment by now, the other guy, for sure. The other JG, XXI Gaming. Hey, Tim, I got my number 2, Brody, number 21, MMAI NFTs. Good for you. All right, so good stuff. And let's see here. Got some MMAI NFTs for the metaverse. Hit the like button. Yes, please do that. Thank you. All right, congratulations. And look at this. Welcome back to Cowboy Calvin is back. Cheers, everyone. It was a good week. It was a nice, I'll call it a relief rally from what I'm seeing right now. Not ready to declare it a bull run just yet, but it looks really good. But be careful. I don't know. That's all I have to say. Be careful. Mike Knight Jr. is here. Welcome back. He was here before, but I forgot. So glad you're here. All right, cool. Let's see. And who else did I miss? Oh, look at that. Mario is back. How much LCX is a good amount to hold? Welcome. I haven't seen you here before, Mario.
All depends on how soon you're looking to get to whatever you're trying to achieve. So,
Brian Dahlia sub, but only watched a few minutes one time. I'll check out the live. Oh, that's the this one right here, the Lazy Shaman show. Okay, cool. Mario Brothers. All right, now just said hey for a minute. All right, my LCX. All right, well, 49. We almost have 50 likes. I appreciate that. We got 47 people in here. Thank you so much. We've run through all the comments. If you want to jump into the next segment that you have, Max, we can.
Sure, yeah, we'll go ahead and get right into it. And that is basically in regards to a little bit more in regards to ALBT. This is something that needs to get addressed. And so one thing I love to do is basically squash misinformation. Because let's face it, guys, misinformation is something that we're plagued with, on the internet, on mainstream media, you name it. So let's address some, misinformation and so on. So I saw this, and this was actually posted on our Jasmine video on our particular deep dive. So if anything, I want to point this out. So this is in regards to ALBT. Actually originally came from Quant Papa. Actually, hold on a second. Let me switch that real quick for just the guys' comments can come across the right way. So, let me fix that. All right, there it goes. It shows the right names this time. All right. So for instance, Quant Papa says a lot of tokens did this, and no disrespect. He says the release the project, he says 1 to 5% of all tokens in circulation, and because of that, price will go way higher. And then over time, when the drop staking release, there'll be more tokens in circulation. It will tank the price dramatically. That's why I love Quant already. 100% circulation, 0 price drops from out of circulated tokens. But listen what he says in regards to ALBT. He says this is one reason he does not buy ALBT. 23% in circulations. He's gone stake the tokens released out of circulated supply, and the long-term holders will suffer because of it. Now, I'm not disrespecting Quant Papa. Of course I'm not, right? I more than appreciate some of the things that he's posted, especially like with all the edits and all that. He does a great job of it. He said, for instance, AVAX, the same. It still has an 8% drop left. All the tokens released. ALBT can still drop 80% just by releasing supply. You will keep the price low for at least 1 to 2 years. But yeah, of course, depends on what they do. Of course, John Smith is thanking him for, his content. Pure Mustang, who's very active in regards to ALBT, says, with all the respect, mate, you don't know what you're talking about. Please, in the future, do more of your own due diligence. He states over 50% is, in fact, in circulation, and in 2023, all will be released. Now, I have looked more into this, and I have verified that that is the case, that in 2023, all will be released. Again, don't shoot the messenger here. That's just, the consistency that I've seen. He says, for instance, don't know what your source is, but, not okay to make false statements and so on. They have a little bit of back and forth. But getting more into this, let's talk about the tokenomics in regards to ALBT. All right. So shout out to this particular person, Mike Jack Anderson, Understanding ALBT Tokenomics, a thread. Now, let's zoom in a little bit in regards to specifically this. So, for instance, we know about the market cap, 5.261 million. You have some of this particular volume. You have that circulating supply of 232.96 96.
Hold up just 1 second, Max. Are you sharing another screen like CoinMarketCap or something?
Yeah, stupid StreamYard. Right. I hate this damn thing. Yeah. God dang it.
That's all right.
All right. Can you see this?
Yep, I can see it.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. So in regards to, sorry about that. We apologize, guys. So here it is. Circulating supply, 232.96 billion. or million, I should say. So let's break it down a little bit, right? So let's pull this up. So for instance, you have a lot of these particular addresses. The available supply is actually 460.8 million, total supply 1 billion, and the max supply matches just that. Now, in regards back to this particular thread, let's get into some of the specifics in regards to that. So let me see here. Let me get further down. So some people said, they noticed a discrepancy between the circulating supply figures of ALBT as reported by CoinGecko and even CMC. And this, again, has been consistent. So it's not just CMC, having something different, right? This has affected the reported market cap. For investors, this discrepancy in circulating supply may impact their decision to buy or sell ALBT. And this is something I've been seeing, for instance, on other people putting videos out, on other threads, and just even on crypto Twitter and so on. So if anything, we need to address that. All right. And this guy does a good job of addressing just that. So he says in this thread, he'll provide more information on this discrepancy. So let's get into it. According to the CEO of Alliance Block, who is Mathis De Vries, if I pronounce that right, says CoinGecko's figure is the correct one. This is because CoinGecko checks vesting contracts to determine which tokens are still locked and not yet claimed. It says, therefore, the actual number of tokens in circulation may be lower than what is reported based on the vesting schedule. All right. This is a good thread, guys. For more of the vesting schedule, you can take a look at this, which I will just take a brief moment to zoom in. And I know this I'll have to remember that, Larry. If it says StreamYard is sharing, if it shows on the bottom, it shows the right ones. Okay. So for instance, this is a spreadsheet that shows this. Let me go to the right a little bit. So there it is a little bit. You see some of these particular addresses. And so basically for the technical people, hold on, I had this opened earlier. This does add all up. All right. Even going all, to the future, right? All the way up to July of this year. Okay. So I want to point that out. Let me just go back. So there's that. And it says with 230 million tokens in circulations, traders may anticipate the future inflation due to more token unlocks, which is true, right? Like that's a thing. But with 430 million in circulation, the outlook will be different. Additionally, it is worth noting that 150 million tokens allocated to nodes won't be going into circulation. This is a key thing here. Won't be going into circulation. Now, he even states, as a Mike Jack Anderson, and guys, this is recent. This was posted yesterday, so this is up to date. He says he was confused when he saw the discrepancy, did some digging, and he hopes to clarify it for everyone. For more threads on Alliance Block Token economics, then there you go. But yeah, there's a whole friendly guide in regards to this. And, in the thread, again, they break it all down in regards to ALB tokenomics. ALB tokens are the backbone of the Prometheus network. And again, it kind of breaks it all even further down. All I'm stating is this: for people who want to know more about this, by all means, you can follow that particular person I just mentioned, or if you want the extended breakdown of it, you can follow this guy who is Krako, right? He's got 2,500 subs or followers. He's at Krako01. And it's Alliance Block Tokenomics. It's a friendly guide, and it goes from beginning to end with everything. Like it addresses how it's a utility token, even though it's ERC20 with 2 or more versions, BNB chain and Avalanche. It's just an extended version of what we mentioned and so on. But it will answer and squash everything. I mean, look at all this. I mean, this guy's got, for instance, all this stuff about the network fees. Data access, the voting mechanism, how ALBT can be used as collateral in transactions between network participants and a reserve currency. I might just do a deep dive into this because there's a lot into it. But there it is, guys. If you want it to be addressed, I thought the other guy did a good job of outlining some of this and so on. So back to you, Larry.
Let me just ask you a question here. So from what you gathered looking at that from your just your research you just did a little bit there, do you think that all the rest of the supply for ALBT will be released in 2023? Is that the bottom line of what you gathered there?
Yeah, because I mean, if anything, nothing against people who are basically stating that it won't be. It's you gotta keep in mind, it's like, so many people get their news from other outlets and so on, and so they stopped there, if you will. Like they said themselves, well, this is what I'm seeing, and I guess you could say some people aren't updating themselves in regards to that. But I've seen at least four. I want to say maybe five. Safely four different outlets that are consistent with this particular person that we showed earlier, who is who was it? Jack, what's his name? Mike Jack Anderson, and then this other guy he extends on it. That guy named Krakow. So I'll probably just do a deep dive in regards to try to put it out on a recorded or something like that. But if you guys want to look more into it, check it out, because if you're in ALBT, you don't want to see people fudding it over bad tokenomics. There is no bad tokenomics. It's just misinformation.
All right. Well, thanks for the clarification on that, Max. I've gone through all the comments. A lot of cool comments in there as far as gibberish, I would call it. Emojis and stuff to help the algorithm. So I appreciate those comments. I don't really see anything that really stands out to put up on the screen at this point. So if you have another segment to talk about, I'm going to go personally to an hour. This will be like the Max and Larry show. We're going to try a little bit of different format for the first time here.
Well, I'm going to actually probably end it after, not that much longer after that. It's just,
okay.
I was trying to get a lot of news for everybody, but at the same time, I mean, after this, it's just strictly going to be like XRP and maybe a little bit of CMC, and that's about it.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to go an hour, and then there'll be extended bonus coverage for Max in the second part of the hour, as long as he needs to go to get the rest of the news out to you guys. So good stuff. People are talking about some different ones in here. My Monkey Pure Wallet, I think is what he's saying. My overpriced JPEG, the ape NFT. All right. Well, I don't know if you guys have, I think he's just teasing. I don't think he really has an ape NFT. Cool cat there. But GS has some ape coin. All right. So cool. All right. So back to you, Max. What do you have next? What we could do here is you said you have like an XRP segment.
Yeah, I'm going to jump into that just here in a bit. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm going to look through here. I don't really see anything else that jumps out as far as comments go. But I'll stay with you for the XRP segment, and then I'll say goodbye to the audience, and then you can do your thing for the rest of the news.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get into it right now then. And it is a particular video clip in regards to XRP from a new person. Let's go ahead and pull that up. So shout out to this new guy, Mason Verse Lewis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. He says, "This is why I have thousands invested into XRP." This is part one. There's more than, I don't know if there's 2 or 3 parts, but that's beyond the point. He does a good job of outlining this. This is under 3 minutes. This is for all you guys out there that know what you hold, and especially, let's face it, this is going to help people who may be wondering, if they're on the fence in regards to XRP and so on. Not financial advice, but we do love to share multiple perspectives with you guys. So let's go ahead and share this, and we'll be right back.
This is why I invested thousands of dollars of my own money into XRP. One of the main reasons I did this is because XRP is the elite banker coin. There is no other coin that has higher level connections than XRP. The Ripple CEO literally is a board member of the World Economic Forum. He speaks at many of their events. Many of the people working at Ripple are extremely connected, powerful people coming from the traditional finance world over to the crypto world. Fundamentally, I think it's insane to think that we're going to switch everybody who has a bank account over to a Bitcoin account or a crypto account or whatever. This is why I'm investing in something that changes the underlying technology of banking. Because imagine that people could stay with their normal bank account that they're used to, but the technology underlying all of it changed to Ripple and using XRP. Cross-border payments across the globe. Because I say this all the time, there's no reason why I can't send money to China right now for free, $0, instantly, like an email. And that is what Ripple and XRP is trying to do. Now you might say, oh yeah, any crypto can do that though. And you're right, you can send money or value across the world anywhere for free with many cryptos. However, XRP and Ripple seem to be the leader and the ones that are aiming at changing the actual banking system so that we don't have to convert all these people and teach them about crypto. They won't even have to know how it works. It's just like driving a car. Not everybody who drives a car understands exactly how the engine of the car works, right? So with crypto, we're going to have to teach the whole world how to use this. Dude, my grandma does not want to enter a string of characters as an address, right? She's used to an email address and she can barely do that. It just doesn't work to teach the whole world crypto like that. What does work though is changing the underlying tech, and they can stay using their bank accounts, and one day they'll just wake up and go on their bank website and be like, wow, now we get instant transfers across the world for free, instantly, anywhere, cheap, fast, like an email. So honestly, I think you'd be stupid not to have a small bag at least of XRP. And guess what? I do not care at all if you buy XRP after watching this video. I couldn't care less if you buy XRP. And therefore, I'm not a shill because I don't care if you buy what I'm talking about. However, I do talk about XRP a lot because it is one of my main holdings. If the cameras were off, I would still be holding the same amount of XRP. So if I didn't make videos about it, I would still be holding it. I've been holding it since 2017. Bag holding. I haven't sold any since.
All right. So obviously there's multiple parts in regards to that.
I'll tell you something funny. I just stumbled into a video from him today. His name is, I think his YouTube channel is called Crypto Mason. I sent it over to the email here. He said that he's going to start buying more XRP at 27 cents. I think he made like the short like 2 weeks ago. I got it right here. I just thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, I stumbled into him too. He's been in XRP for a long time.
Oh, huh.
27 cents. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, that's
going to go back.
That's weird.
Yeah, I'll show you right here. Hold on, let me see. I don't think I could play it because of the volume issue, but I got him right here. I actually sent it just like right before the show. And but this one here, yeah, I could show it to you afterwards. But he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it until it goes down to 27 cents. But this was made like 2 weeks ago. I discovered it today. It was a short, so it was kind of funny. Somebody in like thinking that it might go down to 27 cents like me, but I don't really know at this point. It might not go below 30 cents again. We'll have to see. So, but yeah, thank you.
A lot for that to happen.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm still, I don't know, guys. I'm still, you know, I guess I'll hold on to my prediction with the February 14th, but I'm still thinking that Bitcoin is going to go down to 12,000. Now I'm thinking in the year 2023, I still think that things could make a turn, but I could be wrong. So I don't know if we're at the bull run right now, but I do want to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much. We got 45 people in here. Hit the like button for Max. He's going to keep going. And thank you again to Max, and prayers to your dad. So I'll check in with you later, Max.
All right. Well, thanks, Larry. You take it easy.
All right. Take care.
All right. Let's kick it back into the comments, see where you left off. Thank you for getting the algorithm going. There's a lot of comments, so I'll have to figure out where we're at because he left, but that's okay. Let's see here. Sean Reynolds, thank you for being here. There were some predictions that after the bull trap, it will head back to 22 cents. Okay. Wow. I don't know about that, but you never know. Maybe some black swan event will happen. I'm not rooting for any black swan event. I do realize that they could happen. You think we get better price on LCX, guys? We could. You know, if anything, you know, after there's big pumps and so on, or even decent ones, 15, 20%, people do take their profits sometimes, especially swing traders. And then that will cause the price to drop down, just like with anything. So for a lot of us who don't own LCX yet, that might be an entry point. Brian Dowie, cool cat, you still going to start a channel? That's good. He says, I don't know. I might. All right. Are you going to wear a furry suit? And it's just a cat with a mask talking into a mic. That'd be kind of interesting. All right, let's see here. Joey says, let's go LCX. Like to welcome you, Joey. Thank you for being here tonight. Cool Cat says, if I did, it would be a Bitcoin SV channel. That's cool. And then Green Candle Fanatic. Thank you very much. All right, let me go ahead and highlight your spot, and we'll kick it into just a little bit more in regards to our XRP coverage. I believe Crypto Mike tagged me on this earlier. This is just kind of like the shorter snippet of this. I'm going to go ahead and present it in the way you could hear it. Give me just a moment. So this is Stuart Alderati. It says, thanks for the hard evidence, SEC, XRP Army, the truth. This is real short. It's only about 30 seconds, and then we'll be right back.
XRP sits, as I said, on an open, permissionless ledger. How do I know that it's open and permissionless? Because the chief technology officer at Ripple tells me it is. He explains it to me, but I also have hard evidence. The SEC announced about a month or two ago that they're going to establish a node on the XRP ledger and other open and permissionless ledgers. The SEC didn't call Ripple to ask permission to do that. They're just going to do that. XRP.
Yeah, they're just going to do that. I mean, you know, they don't need permission. They're going to do what they're going to do. But anyway, I want to welcome this guy. Watermelon Crypto Sugar Highs in the house. Thank you for being here. Good evening, CTM family. Right back at you. Thanks for being here on this wonderful Friday night, Friday, January 20th, 2023. So, yes, good to see you, Crypto High. The lovely Brittany is in the house. Good to see you, Brittany. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday to you as well. Everybody saying hello to Brittany. All right. So, let me see what else we have for you guys here tonight. Oh, I got something in my eye. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna show you something that's kind of fun to a sense. I don't know. Some of you guys follow this, some of you don't. And they took the tweet away. They delete. You know, I never seen tweets being deleted as much as today. That is the craziest thing. I know some of you guys follow this particular guy. So, all right, you know, I got, here's the thing. I'm going to go for you IT guys. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go and cash. I'm going to access the old cache for this and share it that way. This is kind of ghetto, but it's going to work. Hold on. Cause you know, I still have this in the memory. Hold on. This is kind of a funky way of doing this, but it's going to work. Let's see if it works. Aha! Take that, you swine. All right. I got it. Here we go. Yeah. If it stops playing halfway through, it's because it, you know, obviously it was deleted. It's just kind of a fun thing. Let's check this out. It's 30 seconds.
そして掴んだ、今度は掴んだ。お、しかしThis is アメリカと。さすがアメリカ人、欧米人。
It's horrible.
これが違うからこんなことですね。
逆にD の選手に指の関節が決められてますね。
工藤選手も D の選手。
Japanese TV shows. They got some crazy weird stuff, man. Anyway. All right. So, yeah, I think I know why it was deleted now because of the whole, you know, right by the, you know, anyway. All right. Let's get back into the comments here for a brief bit. Sean Merrill says part 1 is very interesting to hear many theories that Bitcoin will go back to 12K at some point in 2023. And the bull run will start 2024 after the Bitcoin halving. I'm still leaning with, you know, the start of the bull runs 2023, a lot of the maybe new all-time highs, because there is a difference between the start of the bull run and all-time highs. So, but yeah, some good questions. I mean, Bitcoin halving in itself is going to be something else. Part 2, any thoughts on those theories? And lastly, about a bank in Texas switching over to Stellar Bank by February 21st, 2023. Is that the same Stellar as XLM? Sorry for the long question. Don't be sorry. It's all right. That's why we like to welcome you and so on. I have seen multiple sources stating that they want to have something concrete in regards to that particular Texas bank. I saw something else in regards to Wyoming. I don't know if it was still Stellar. I think it was. But yeah, I want to, double check some of the sources in regards to that because, let's face it. I mean, there's a lot of, sometimes people will take a screenshot of something. It's not really real. Like for instance, how about this? There's this one in regards to LCX no longer being targeted by the SEC. But when the guy gives a screenshot, it's like all blurry and stuff, and he has no sources. So I'm never the type of guy just to jump on it. Maybe I'll present it, be hey guys, look at this. This could be a possibility. Just mention hey, it's a possibility. But I haven't seen anything out there, even from other content creators, that verified that it's authentic. But that'd be incredible. Thank you for the questions. Happy Chinese Lunar New Year to you as well. Brian Dowie, Sean, I also heard about Stellar becoming a bank, but I'm not sure if it's true. That's the general consensus, basically. Mike Knight Jr., I like to hear people's realistic XRP price. I think $8 to $10. This is why I hold more XDC, just hoping for a buck. Well, not only that, XDC is a lot more cheaper per coin. It was hover around 3.5 to 4 cents, something like that. XDC just seems to make more sense to me long term. What do you guys think? It depends on how long term is your long term. My thing is, as soon as ISO 222 mandate goes live, then all those people who didn't hold both, they'll find out real quick when it comes to all those who hold XRP and XLM for that matter. All right, Edward Vincent, aka Top Shelf Crypto, and people say professional wrestling isn't real. Shame on y'all. What up, Max? And yeah, well, it looked pretty real when you see some guy grabbing somebody's crown jewels. Yikes. Yeah, some of the Japanese game shows can be kind of weird too. Anyway, XRP $7 to $10 a few weeks after the lawsuit, or $10 immediately after, right? Anyway, some people saying hello to Edward. That's good. What's up, Brian Dowie? The year of the rabbit, apparently, and that's a good thing for me, I think. I heard about that recently. Huh. Stellar is an open network, according to Coolcat Crypto, for storing and moving money. Good day, Sir Max. Well, good day to you, Rafael Santos. Good to have you here. Grizzly Bear Greg says, "Good evening, everyone. I just got he just got out of work. Did he miss anything important?" I guess you're doing the voice to text, so it's picking up on you. I don't know. Does Grizzly Bear Greg have an accent? Is he saying, "Did I miss anything appointment?" Anyway, Chad Walling says HBAR. Yes, we did cover HBAR earlier. No, it's according to the Stellar website. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and see if we have any other particular coverage for you guys. Give me just a moment. Yeah, we're going to get into a little bit in regards to what's going on with CoinMarketCap. And let's go ahead and present that because, I mean, the name of the show is Friday Night Lights, Red and Green. Let's get right into that real quick. All right. So if anything, here's CMC. And we did see that the overall crypto market has gone above 1.04 trillion, well above the 1 trillion mark. So we're back there for the first time in a while. While everybody was flooding Solana, let's face it, guys, it was a distressed asset for a while. It's up 17%. So let's take a moment to look at that. It's up to close to $25. Shout out to all those people who recognized the opportunity and got in at roughly $9.50. I don't know about long term because, I mean, Daniel Gate does point out a good thing in regards to this. I don't know about good thing. I guess it's a bad thing. That at least 13% is trapped up with or locked up with FTX. And if anything, maybe that's what keeps a lot of people out of it still. But as far as swing trades and so on, I mean, man, $9.50 up to 25 ain't too shabby to say the least. All right, a little bit more in regards to this coverage that we have in regards to CMC. Here's what's going on the 1 hour for the top 100. Nothing too interesting, but on the 24-hour chart, Aptos APT is up to 40%. I don't know about Aptos, to be honest. There used to be a guy who used to come in here all the time. I don't know if he's from Volt or what, but he was always gung-ho, optimism all the time. That's up close to 19%. HBAR, of course, was a hot topic today. I did mention that it would do at least a 2x, after Davos. And it has done basically just that. So, I mean, you do see, for instance, on the 7-day chart, it was up 40%. This was actually up a little bit more. I believe HBAR was into the 8s, if I'm not mistaken, just briefly earlier today. Phantom with an F, up 16%. Raven coin is doing really well. It's about to break into the 3-cent range. So, could they get new support at 3s? Probably not, but it's nice to see that. Near protocol, and still need to do a deep dive in regards to that. It is on my particular list to get into, but it's not on my short list. That's up 12%. But the ones I was going to cover here at CTN was going to be a deep dive into near protocol, Tezos, and there was one other one. Oh, Theta. That was the other one. Filecoin, like I mentioned, guys, I mean, it's looking really good. It's been a really good, decent swing trade, and even great for, long term as well. That's up 11% on the weekly chart, up 12.75%. All right, I'm gonna show you guys just briefly what I see on the sale for the top 100. Anything that kind of stands out. Hold on a second. Nothing really stands out yet. I'm waiting for Casper to drop a little bit more. I need to finally just make a position. While we have Quant up, Quant is up to roughly $144. It's about close to a 12% increase for the 7-day chart. All right, let's get into the particular watch list I have for you guys before I kick it back to the comments just for a brief bit. And that is this right here. So shout out to you guys who recognize XSwap, XSP. You guys have been talking about this for a while. This is up 75%. The volume, though, is only at 5,687. Let's take a look into this. What's going on with that? Is something going on with the chart? Yeah, so is this moving to like a V1 or like a V2 or something like this? I mean, this looks kind of funky. I mean, that doesn't look... Whenever I see low volume and a high blast off, you know what I mean? It tells me, like, is the liquidity being moved to something else? A V2 contract? What's going on with that? So you guys tell me what's going on with that since you're into it. It has unverifiable market cap. I'm not flooding on this, of course, but I just like to know. I know it's a micro cap. You guys have stated in the past that you feel as though it's a real gem, but let me know. Would like to know a little bit more in regards to that. Hold on a second. All right. Saitama was up over 50% earlier today. I know it said 48%, but I mean, they were well up above 50% earlier today. I know they have some updates in regards to SATA Pro and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I mean, like I said before, guys, I mean, if we have the overall crypto market cap at, like, let's face it, we're talking about, let's jump back to it. Excuse me. That's not even it. This right here. So, I mean, we get back up to 3 or 4 trillion. And we look at projects like, let's face it, like Saitama. I mean, is it possible that we finally get back into the green? I don't know. But as far as like me trying to get back into Saitama on the V2 and dollar cost averaging and stuff like that, I don't think I do it. I just think I'll take whatever profits I can get if there is even any, even after gas fees. And I say to myself, I just, I'm done. That's just me. And that my attitude is that way when it comes to a lot of projects. But anyway, some other ones. I am into Luna 1. And that's unfortunate. I'm gonna say it's unfortunate. I came into the pre-sale. That's how I'm not a big fan of pre-sales. That was like basically, I think maybe did 2 pre-sales, and Luna 1 was the last one. But it is up 30%. It might be one of those ones in which, a real true bull run does something. I don't know. The volume is up 255,000. So what? You know what I mean? All right. So going further down, XCAD, we did do a video on that one. It's up 21%. They still haven't released the that particular plugin for YouTubers yet and so on. I'm really keeping a close eye on that one. I am going to take a chance on XCAD. I want to see it dip down a little bit further. I should have came in at below $1, but unexpected hospital bills don't help any. Anyway, so Hedera's HBAR, we talked about that earlier. Again, guys, 19% up, 40% for the week. Just a few other ones I want to point out real quick. Clear Pulse finally up 14%. Hold on a second. I'm into the sandbox. That one's up about 12%, 21% for the week. I'm now back into the profits for Audius, aka Audio. That's a great play. Investor Place has recommended that one. Jasmine, for all of us that are into Jasmine, that one is up 11%, 12.5% for the week. It's now back into the 0.005s, which is cool. I came in at 0.006. Some of you guys came in at I don't know, was it 293s? Lucky for you guys. So yeah, that's what's going on with some of these. Let's see what's on sale in regards to this particular watch list real quick. Just trying to see if there's anything that stands out. Yeah, people took their profits off of Wax that was pumping yesterday, and now it's, let's face it, it's down. Same issue with Bitcoin Pay that was up to 15-20%. People took their profits, to be expected. Stratos has dipped down below 60 cents. Looks like Singularity Net, right, built on Cardano, is it has a pretty good amount of support going on right now. So above the 20-cent support. So you got to keep in mind that was way, way down. Let's take a moment to see what's going on with them. Slow the data real quick. Might take a while. What's going on with CMC? It's been kind of slow. All right. So let's see what's going on for the month. So the end of the year, this was down to 4.5 cents roughly. All right. Let's just do all times. What the heck? So yeah, shout out to everybody that came in at roughly that 4-cent range, right? Because the reason why is if you came down at roughly that 4-cent range, 4.5 cents, God, man, that's not too shabby. That was at least a 5x basically, or close to it, close to a 5x. That is not too shabby to say the least. And we're, technically speaking, not, some people don't even consider it a full, bull market and so on. People say, no, technically we're not. Some people say we are. I lean towards we are at the start of it. But anyway, but Singularity Net, I still say is one of the standout projects for Cardano. All right, I'm going to kick it back into the comments just for a brief bit. And let's see who's next. We have, it says the first thing you see when you go there. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's cool. You're a Brooklyn, New York type of guy. That's cool. I actually have a cousin that lives there. He's a cousin-in-law, technically speaking. He actually played for the Georgetown Hoyas back in 1995, 1996 when Allen Iverson was a senior. So actually it might have been 94, 95, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he got to play with AI for just 1 year, which was pretty cool for him. No, he didn't join the NBA or anything like that. I think his highest scoring game was 11 points or something like that. Anyway, but he did get to meet John Thompson of, John Thompson, RIP John Thompson of the Hoyas. But that's cool. Right on. Let me see. All right, let me go further down, see if there's any specific comments. HBAR and ALBT, yep, we covered that earlier. Big Dave says, I'll top it, but I like flow. Should take a look into it, Max? Do we have any flow people? Might have a few. I'm aware of flow. I know it exists and so on. I just don't know exactly what what they're all about, what kind of utility they have and so on. I believe that's in the top 100. We can take a moment just to pull it up since we're towards the end of the show. Let me see. Flow. All right, they're ranked 43rd. Let's pull that up for a second. All right, sitting at $1.11, up 8.43%, ranked 43rd. Nice flow on the chart, no pun intended. Let's see, a lot of the all times. This started way back the beginning of January 2021. Boom. Skyrocketed to, wow, $39. Jeez. Yeah, I guess this is worthy to look into. And then, of course, bear winter, crypto winter came, destroyed a lot of things. Might still be a great opportunity. Of course, there's this announcement about Genesis. We know about that. You know what? Let's take a moment. Hold on. Let me share this a different way to actually take a look more into this real quick. Because why not? I mean, if you think about it, right? If you got back to even just, if you got it back to all-time highs, obviously that's a 37x. Half of that, I mean, what is that, like a 14x, something like that? All right, hold on a second. Let me pull this up. All right, so let me see on more info. Does it show how many holders they have? I don't know if that's accurate. Maybe CMC needs to update that. Only 645 holders. That doesn't sound right. Maybe they do need to update this. All right, so let's take a look at their site. All right, so it says permissionless node operation now available. Build powerful, secure, and scalable Web3 apps. Now, here's the thing I have mentioned before, and that is, I feel as though when it comes to dApps, right, decentralized apps, they really, really stand out this year. So if you're building powerful and secure, scalable Web3 apps, what is so specific about Flow and what they bring to the table compared to other platforms that, claim to offer the same thing? Looks like they're on quite a bit of top centralized exchanges, right? Coinbase, Binance, Crypto.com, some decentralized like Uniswap. 8,000 plus developers, 17 million wallet accounts, active projects 1,000. All right, monthly transaction wallets, they do 2 million. Flow is the blockchain partner of the NBA. Wow, I'm an NBA guy. The UFC, NFL. That's pretty impressive in itself. So they got some really big partnerships. Home to the world's most trusted communities. Hold on. Flow is a powerful tool for developers to create empowering experiences for users. Every aspect of the platform was designed from the ground up to support exceptional experiences at mainstream scale. Mainstream. Well, we do need mainstream adoption. Originally conceived by the team behind CryptoKitty, Flow today is a decentralized network support and built on by a growing community of brands and Web3 builders. Well, Dr. Seuss. I mean, like this. These are Instagram. This does seem really mainstream. Huh. Well, there's opportunity here for sure, just without even diving into this even more than it's at. The most carbon-friendly Web3 network. Okay, that's a good thing. Obviously, HBAR is really standing out for being basically green, right? Algo as well. Flow starts with hot stuff. A proven proof of stake consensus mechanism. Okay, that makes sense, right? If you're pro-green, you're not going to be proof of work, obviously. Proof of stake consensus mechanism and adds a unique multi-node architecture to drive dramatic improvements in speed, throughput, and environmental friendliness without sharding or layer 2. Well, Zilliqa does a lot of sharding. There's some other ones that do that too, and there's nothing wrong with that. But so I guess you could say this is a layer 1 then. This means Flow is the greatest Web3 network among leading platforms, minting. This could be a layer 0 for all I know. I mean, I just came here. Greenest Web3 network among leading platforms, minting an NFT on Flow costs less than Carbon, than a post on social networking site. So they're bringing the mainstream, and it's cheap, and it's carbon friendly. That's good. All right, what else? How about case studies? All right, so kind of like Stellar, you have case studies. That's good. So who's built? Basically, who builds on Flow? So here's some of the guys who build on Flow. You have Emerald City DAO. It's a DAO focused on developing the future tooling for all DAOs on Flow. This enables users to create their own fully on-chain PFP projects from Flovatar. Huh. Let me go further down. Here, I guess we're doing a deep dive together in regards to this. It's just when I see something like this where I say to myself, wow, look at this. Like, yeah, it's up a little bit, right? But I mean, come on. We know that we are going the other direction when it comes to, let's face it, going into like a bull market, right? The days of crypto winter are starting. I think we more than thawed out. That's just my opinion. You could argue that. You may feel as though there's still doom and gloom. I get it, but I'm also looking at it from the perspective of this back to all-time highs. If we do get into a real solid bull run, that's at like a 37x. That's not too shabby. And even if we don't do a full all-time high, there's still opportunity there. Like I mentioned, I mean, if anything, it could be at least a 10x, and that's still not too bad. All right, let's go further down. Project Spotlight, you have some of these other ones. Genies is an avatar technology company creating virtual portable identities in their digital world. Ballers, I always like basketball themed things. A basketball inspired, I don't even know how to pronounce that. NFT set built on Flow with total sales of 10 million. Huh. You can start building as a dev. Hold on a second. All right. What can I build on Flow? Learn more. Hold on a second. Testimonial. All right, let's get Spencer Dinwiddie of the Brooklyn Nets. All right. Shout out to Grizzly Bear Greg and his Brooklyn Nets. I don't even know if that's his team. But anyway, blockchain is going, you might be a Knicks fan, guys. Let's be honest. Blockchain is going to fundamentally alter the financial industry and have a major impact on consumers. Flow can create the vehicle for consumers to enter the space through products like NBA Top Shot, where they have fun, but at the same time create a new self-sovereignty. Who else is talking about self-sovereignty, guys? ALBT. So that's interesting itself. Hold on, let's see another use case. Flow can create the vehicle for consumers to enter the space through products like NBA Top Shot. We said that. Blockchain is going to be fundamentally alter the financial industry. Hold on, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. All right, join the. I have to see. Here's the thing. I mean, when you go through a particular site, any site like this, right? They all have a lot of these things. A lot of them seem similar. My thing is this: what is the thing, the main thing? Like, what is the magic moment, if you will? What's the thing that makes this really stand out compared to other projects? I mean, there's a lot of other projects. Don't get me wrong that have a similar site and say similar things and so on. But I guess you could say it's the concept of this going mainstream. So, I will have to look more into this. I'm gonna add this to my particular list. I do look into quite a few different ones, but this does interest me from an opportunity perspective. But I mean, there's so many. Just one last thing. Let's check their Twitter real quick. Here it is. I give it a follow. Why not? Eco-friendly blockchain designed for Web3, like we mentioned, apps without compromising UX, like NBA Top Shot, NFL All Day. They have 190,000 followers as proof of stake. Let's see how active their community is just real quick. So they have this, they posted 23 hours ago. There are now 18 million accounts on the Flow blockchain. That doesn't necessarily mean that those are holders, though. We are just about to get ready to open up 2023. They posted this yesterday with some big announcements. Okay. What are some of those big announcements? They haven't mentioned that yet. Premium packs now available. I almost thought that said Jordans, but that's not it. Hold on. What is inside January Spork? Okay. See, it's just, again, a lot of doing my own research and trying to find out more about this. So, is there anybody here other than the guy that introduced this to us and so on, that's into Flow? Let us know, and let's get back into the comments. I know I took a long time in that, so I apologize, but it interests me because there is, let's face it, there's opportunity there. In my humble opinion, in a bull run, without even looking more into it, like, come on, look at the ranking for that. I mean, 43rd overall, I don't want to go bold on this and say this should be at least a 10x, but in reality, it could very well do it. I mean, anyway, thank you, Big Dave, for introducing that. It has been something I've been aware of, just glancing at it, but I'm gonna have to do more of my own research in regards to that. It does definitely interest me because I mean, you have the NBA, you have the NFL, you have some other mainstream. They totally stand out as mainstream, and last I checked, mainstream adoption is not exactly a bad thing. That's something a lot of projects would love to be able to do, is have more of that mainstream adoption. So shout out to you for introducing that. Cristiano Ronaldo, good evening, everyone. What up, Max and team? Thank you for being here tonight. You are a bear. You hope Larry's prediction for February will be wrong. Okay. Yeah, the generational wealth is obtained that's how people accumulate things at like rock bottom, prices, and then, have things blast off is in the bear market. But you guys already know that. Grant Roger, Probit exchange glitched it out, $3 a volume. Hold on. Let me go further down. You seen an X swap earlier and got excited? Lol. Your XSP. Yep. Stump Rider, who rides the stump. Hey, all, just getting in. Let's zoom in on that. What is that, a creek or something like that? Nice little stream. All right, well, welcome. Glad to see you here. And let me go further down. Welcome, River Runner. If I didn't give you a shout out earlier, Selmo Flood's in the house. He's been in the house for a while, I guess. Good to see you, Selmo. Hello to you. You down with XRP? Yeah, you know me. Flow is definitely a go. So you're into Flow, Selmo. That's cool. Selmo, if you're still here, and anybody else, tell me, other than what we already saw, not to put you guys on the spot, but what stands out about Flow where you're like, look, you got to get some Flow? Like, let's say I'm a family member, right? It's not financial advice, but let's face it. I mean, it's a family member. It kind of is, right? So if somebody puts you on the spot, I guess I'm putting you on the spot. Like in just one sentence, what stands out for Flow that makes it a must-have? All right, I'm putting you guys on the spot. You guys tell me. Grizzly Bear Greg, I hope your dad's help has gotten better, or health, because you're probably using text-to-speech. And I hope that you are doing well. It is very difficult to have someone in your family that's not doing well physically, and I know. Yeah, it's tough, man. Like it's just, yesterday was so draining. I got an hour and a half of sleep. It really messed me up today, and then getting that bad news about the whole thing about he having heart failure. I've been trying to tell the doctors and all of them, like, look, man, I know I'm not like a medical professional, but like I read a lot, and I think he might have a faulty heart valve or something like that, and that's why his foot is all like humped up, and and so on. And we're talking about a guy who, most of his life he's been in pretty good shape. Like he used to be, when he was young, he used to be like in amazing shape. And it's just, like anybody, like, you get older, you don't take as good care of yourself and so on. My dad was raised as, the farmer life, basically. And back in those days, I mean, unfortunately, like people cooked a lot of stuff with like baking grease and stuff like that. I mean, that's bad, right? That's trans-saturated fats and so on. And then when he would go to work, like there would be a break room, and he would always buy, for instance, a can of corned beef hash. Corned beef hash is like loaded. At least it was back in the 80s and 90s, just absolutely loaded with trans-saturated fat. So back in about 2003 or something, he had to get like stents put in his heart. It's a miracle he didn't have a heart attack, because he had 99% blockage on either his left or right coronary artery. And on his other one, he has 75% blockage. So it's like anybody else would have had a heart attack or a stroke. And many times, every time he felt as though like he was having a hard time, he would just go sit down somewhere and just pass out. You know what I mean? Just completely pass out. And then finally we found out that he was doing that. And then we we're like, you got to be good seen and so on. But if it wasn't for, a doctor putting, praise the Lord that he's still alive, obviously. But I mean, if it wasn't for a doctor recognizing like, yeah, your dad needs stents, he would have passed away like many years ago. He would have passed away over, what was that? Yeah, that would have been 20 years. That's crazy. That was 20 years when he had that in. So I don't know what they do now. And of course, we're trying to find out on the EKG what's going on with them and so on. But thank you for your concern. It shows that you're at least a person who is not just like, screw you, Max, crypto only news. I don't want to hear about your family member, but I appreciate it. Let me go further down. Yeah, every time I hear that, cool cat, when they say that, I always point that like on a video, like when I did Zilliqa videos, like especially like for Metopolis. I don't know, I've kind of taken some heat from that. Some people are like, you don't cover Metopolis as much. Well, it doesn't mean I don't believe in it. It's just there's other things to cover. But anyway, they would always mention that with Zilliqa, it's got that sharding with a D. And I always point out in the video, I'm like, yeah, not that type of sharding. This is sharding with a D. All right, Chad Walling, pick your favorite in each pair. Not financial advice, just opinion. HBAR versus Algo. You're going to make me do this, aren't you? All right, so if I have to, okay, so I hold Algo. I don't hold HBAR yet because HBAR keeps pumping. And I know I said before it'd be at least 2. I've had unexpected bills as of lately. And I have, for all those people who are like, well, you don't have enough in crypto. The hell I don't. For instance, so in 2021, I basically turned 10K into 120K. And at the beginning of the year, part of my own crypto journey, right? I got wrecked on a lot of stuff. So I put like 52K back into crypto, probably during the wrong times to basically do it. And then after that, about roughly, I don't know, 8K or so, I put back into crypto again during when let's face it, with like what I thought was the bottom, right? So on a lot of those, I did all right. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I have a list. Like a lot of people, you have a list. Like, you should have a list, a watch list. And for me, it's like, if I want to get into all these other ones and diversify my portfolio on top of the 50 plus ones I'm in right now, that's going to cost like $24,000. And I'm not quite ready to just do that. For me, it's like I need to narrow that down even more. So I have like a real short list. And so my issue now is, yeah, I told you guys, for instance, HBAR is going to 2x post, like right after Davos it has and so on. I still think I could come in at a low price. Maybe I don't come in at like rock bottom on everything, like, shout out to Coochie Boy and some of you other guys and so on. And that's just the way it is. We all have a different crypto journey and so on. I came in at lower lows than a lot of other people. For instance, like for, I hate to mention this, but like Dogecoin, right? Like Dogecoin. I came in at roughly a penny or under a penny. And there's some other projects that have done very well. Some of you guys done even better with me when it comes to a lot of stuff, but you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, if I had to pick one to answer this question, I'm going to go with HBAR. It gets the edge over Algo for me as of recently. It's one of those ones that I must have. I already have Algo. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with HBAR if I had to pick one. XLM versus XDC. Man, that's tough because for me, I'm still going with XLM. Because the way I look at it is XLM has consistently been my third, but XDC is my fourth. And XDC has been my solid number 4. And I've been consistent with that. So it goes literally Quant, XRP, which are almost tied for me. But Quant gets a slight edge because I look at it from a scarcity point of view. And then, so yeah, Quant, XRP is my number 2. XLM is my number 3. XDC is my number 4. All right, Matic versus OP. Optimum, I think that's what you're talking about. There's no question on that one because I'm not even into OP. So I hold Matic. I probably should have DCA'd more into it. Gala versus Mana. I don't even hold Mana. I would definitely go with Gala. And then how about versus Sand? I hold Sand. So for me, even though I hold Sand, I'll be honest, Gala takes the cake over Mana and Sand. Absolutely. Because mainly, yeah, you do have a little bit of mainstream adoption, I guess you could say, or endorsements, like, the Snoop Dogg connection and so on. But Gala is just a better opportunity. It's kind of like this. It's why some people are into XDC instead of XLM. they look at it from the perspective of, XDC is a lot cheaper per coin, right? And if anything, when the market cap blows up, it's just a better. Some people look at it as a better opportunity to hold more. But there's nothing wrong with holding all of these. I think a lot of them are good. I'm just not, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Decentraland. I'm just not. If I had to pick sand over mana, no question, I'd pick sand. But out of those three, I'd pick Gala. Anyway, HBAR, XLM is a pass. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. HBAR, then XLM, and then the rest are passes. Okay. Yep, that's optimism. I never got into it, but there was opportunity there. There's no doubt about it. XRP or Quant. XRP by far. I just don't want to have to pick one. BSV by far. Yeah. All right. Mike Knight, HBAR, XDC, pass. Though you do like some Quant. That's good, man. All right. Yeah, I would agree. We're still very new or into crypto. This is someone just gave a thumbs up. Thank you for being here. Never seen you before. He says the entire crypto market is half of the entire market of Apple stock alone. Crypto regulations hasn't even started yet. That's a good point. Grim Jaeger. Not many talk about Theta, but Sony, Samsung, and Google are actively involved in that project. Yeah, I'm doing a deep dive into Theta. I said that a few times, actually. But thank you for being here. I don't expect you to hear that because maybe this is your first time here. I'd like to welcome you. Never seen you here before. If you have been here before, maybe I just didn't recognize your avatar, but I recognize it now. So welcome. Thanks for being here. You got to go with the flow. That's why. All right. Big Dave. Cool. Thanks for throwing flow on the mainstream. Definitely some opportunity here, you believe. It looks like there definitely is, without even taking more of a look into it. I would agree with that. JG's in the house. Why are women so damn phony? A lot of them are, but I guess there's a lot of men too. So two-face actors. All right, let's see here. XXI Gaming. Who I messed up his Roman numerals the other day for some reason. Max, the market will tank soon. Don't trip. Lower lows are coming. 12K BTC, baby. And you guys have been saying that for the longest time, but I hear you. No, I'm not tripping too much. I'm also looking at like, I don't know. Yeah, I hear where some people are saying. For you guys who are saying 12K Bitcoin, how about this? You came close. I mean, you did touch the 15s. You're only off by 3K. Ledger supports HBAR. That's good to know. That's really good to know. Stumper Max, we all have our crypto journey. Best of luck to all. Yes, we do. No matter if you're new or if you're a person like that one guy from the XRP video pointed out that he's been holding XRP since 2017, where the case be. I mean, technically speaking, if I'm going to be really, really technical, I guess I've been into crypto since 2016. Bought some Bitcoin and so on. But what was it? 2021. I exchanged my, Bitcoin profits. I didn't have a full Bitcoin, right? So I basically, I think I bought like $30 or $40 with Bitcoin. And then I exchanged that for roughly $200, $250 worth. I made an entry point into SHIB and that worked out really well, to be honest. So, it was worth it. So anyway, but yes, thank you, Stump Rider. Best of luck to you as well. Fern J75 is back. Welcome back. LCX and Quant is all you need. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a maxi in regards to Quant, I mean, that wouldn't be too bad. For me, I want to be a little bit more diversified, but those are a couple great picks. Someone you can Google it. It will show you how to do it. All right, let me go further down. Kiwi Matt's in the house. I believe if your name is Kiwi Matt, you're straight from New Zealand. So shout out to all the Kiwis out there. A bit late to your discussion, but a toll. Hi, guys. Well, good to see you, Kiwi Matt. Still early to Quant, feeling really quamfy. Yep. All right, let me go ahead and highlight that real quick. I guess I'll read this real quick. For those waiting for Bitcoin to hit 12K, maybe waiting for a long, long time. All right. Well, guys, I got to state this. I know that we have over 51 people here tonight. I really appreciate all you guys and so on. But unfortunately, we are going to wrap up the show here in a bit. I just want to point out just something real quick, especially if you're the type of person in which you want to know what other type of you're new, what other type of coverage we have here at CTN. We have actually quite a bit of other things. So I want to show you guys just something real quick. Here is our particular YouTube, which we're a lot more than just YouTube. Obviously, we're on Twitter. You know, some of our videos get a lot more views on Twitter than they do YouTube. So the Jasmine video the other day got about 2,000 views on Twitter, and then like on YouTube, I don't know, got like 600 or 700. But anyway, here's some of our most recent recorded videos, and we put out lots of content daily. So Larry put out this one. So the blockchain bank LCX. This is huge. So we got 626 views. Posted 8 hours ago. We have some news regarding XDC burning its supply. It's a similar mechanism, like if you're used to what's going on with Luna Classic. Very, very similar. You got, for instance, proposals. They're introduced. Some of them get passed. Some of them don't. This addresses the whole thing about burning some of that supply. Hey, burns are good, right? We have some big news in regards to Stellar XLM. We're always trying to give you guys at least one update per week in regards to XLM. We'll try our best to bring more info in regards to that. XRP is kind of hit or miss because it's such a saturated market as far as content creators perspective goes. So sometimes we're able to hit that just right and get 1,700 views or 2,000, where the case be. Sometimes it's not like that. There's this thing about incoming $300 new support level for Quant. That one's doing well, 1,000 views. That sale of Leo X actually ended today. There's more information if you were thinking about getting into that. Shout out to Rafael Santos, who wanted more information about that. You got to keep in mind, it's very, they're going to KYC the heck out of you in regards to that. So sorry about that, Rafael. If you want to learn more about Jasmine, I took a deep dive into it. Has a whole outline, addresses some misinformation. Even myself, I got misinformation. We did Larry did a couple brief, quick intros into Quorum, also Sologenic. HBAR has been doing really well for us on our particular coverage in regards to that. Luna Classic, I mean, it's been a while since we did a video on that. Larry addressed the whole thing in 3.5 minutes about the burns. It didn't exactly get a lot of views. Again, it's just sometimes some content creators, who are already established that, it's just an oversaturated content creator market, if you will. So sometimes when it comes to content creation, it's finding the right niche. I did do a deep dive in regards to QRC 721 of Quant, why it matters to you, why you may want to learn more about it. It has to do with NFTs. It's really something they solve. An issue when it comes to just that, the security of NFTs and so on. It's going to be absolutely huge for Quant. Highly advise you take a look into that particular deep dive I posted 2 days ago, and check out some of these other ones I've done. I've been in the minority when it comes to specifically like the utility run that will lead into the bull run. I'll give you a heads up on some of that right here. Here's a little bit in regards to that. This one's got close to 1,000 views. It says ISO 222, the utility run. Talks specifically about, like, for instance, Quant XRP XLM. Not necessarily specifically those, but, like, for instance, outlines with a little bit what's going on with the market, these boom cycles, if you will. That was the third part. Technically, there's a second part in regards to this. I'll show you that real quick before we wrap things up. Before we get into that, I did a deep dive about how Quant brings something to the table as far as the supply chain, global supply chain management, like logistics and so on. I got some people bash me for that. Shame on you. It's vet all the way. Okay. All right. Just ignore. Apparently you only watched 2 minutes of that deep dive, but anyway. And if anything, hold on a second. Here it is right here, I believe. Yeah, here we go. So the utility run says ISO 222 factors starting the next crypto bull run. I believe that's like a part 2. So that was technically, part 2. That was about 2 weeks ago. And a lot of this stuff actually came true. So I was really in a minority when it comes to a lot of this stuff. And you've literally seen a lot of this being mentioned. I mean, heck, even BitBoy Crypto was mentioned in some of these things, whether you're a fan of him or not. But yeah, guys, we're so much more than just a live show. Obviously, if you missed the live, you can watch replays of the live, and they're all up in here. We have the Crypto Roundtable that's once a week, every Wednesday. And some of our special guests that are normally here is, for instance, Sean the Crypto Smith, Waddy the Crypto Hunter, Daniel Gate, and so on. But yeah, guys, it's been a great show. We do shorts as well. And we just ticked up to 9,400 subscribers, 600 more. Our goal is to get to 10,000 by the end of the month. We might be able to do it. We might not. But anyway, I'm going to wrap things up. And if anything, I'm going to read just a couple more comments, and then I'm going to close things out here in a bit. All right. For those waiting for Bitcoin to hit 12K, may be waiting for a long, long time. Bitcoin is only 44.86. What is still? Because you're referring to Bitcoin SV. He says, no, Brian's the right one. Okay. He has HBAR on his ledger. All right. Love the channel. Thank you. Well, thank you for being here. The fork BTC, the wrong one. All right. Nothing wrong with that. Cool cat. John, he says, have you ever cashed out thousands of dollars in crypto? If so, can you make a video showing us the process? Because I heard it's a complicated process when sending that much money to a bank. Yeah, I mean, there's some videos in regards to that and so on. You know, it's not as hard as you think it is. I mean, if you've done proper KYC, I think it's what's difficult is if a person didn't fully do the KYC. So a lot of times, like, you know, you might have done a little bit, right? But if you've done everything fully, you should be more than fine. But I do know what you mean when it comes to that. Anyway, another thing, if you're type of guy who wants to, like, let's say you don't want to get hit up so hard on taxes, or you're like, you know, crypto is really truly your long term. It's not your short term. You're not so much of a swing trader. There is, for instance, and we're not sponsored by them. I want to state that there's I Trust Capital. Look more into it. They have, I think they're the only ones that do this. So you can have a crypto Roth IRA. Yeah, really. So look more into that. I'm not personally on that because for me, I'm not really looking to do a lot of that super long term. But if you're if you're one of those type of people, like, you know, you're just like, yeah, I actually like a Roth IRA. I just want to do it like crypto style. That one stands out. Look more into I Trust Capital. And no, I don't have no affiliate link or anything like that. But I believe that they're one of the standout ones that do that. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Mike Knight Jr. Good night, everybody, says Grizzly Bear Greg. Brian Dowie, yes. Don't think you have any more, though. That was an update. All right, let me go further down. HBAR is not dropping. Everything will technically drop a little bit. You just got to give it time. People will take the profits at some point. I'll say this, 9 times out of 10, when people FOMO, it's not good, right? Only once in a while, like, maybe that ends up being a good thing. But from my experience, if you FOMO in, then boom, it goes the other way. All right. Hey, Graham. Larry Shorts. Yep. I've done a few as well. Not as much. I do need to do a few more. I'm going to get really creative. Be on the look. I'm not going to state what it is. I'm going to get really, really creative with the algorithm when it comes to YouTube Shorts. So I'm going to try to bring a whole different thing that no other channel has really done. But anyway, just going to give you a clue on that. Once you see it, you'll be like, oh, I see what he's talking about. All right, Paul Rose, before I close things out, I trust Capital, and you can give you info if you like. You love it. Okay, cool. That is very cool. See, somebody uses it. All right, going to close things out, guys. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Have a blessed weekend. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Same Batman time, same Batman channel, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific for Crypto Talk Now. And be on the lookout, of course, for more recorded content. And please, by all means, follow us on Twitter if you haven't done so already. Here it is, just before we leave. You can follow me at DPGmaximus, or like you see on the name on the bottom left of your screen, or you can follow Larry at Crypto Talk Now 21. And if anything, if you want to send like direct messages and stuff like that, you want a specific question, I'm really good about answering people. You don't believe me? Ask some of these guys, Tim Shea, Coochie Boy, Rafael Santos, Brian Dowie, Mike Cornwell, whoever else I left off the list. It was not on purpose, but yeah, I'm very good about answering people back in a timely manner. So I just saw Crypto Puppet coming here. Sorry, it's all right. You can always watch the replay if you want. Always appreciate you, Crypto Puppet. You've been very good about coming from recorded to live, and that's awesome. Salamander, I'll see you later, buddy. And Paula Rose, see you guys. Thank you so much for the, ask about my dad and hope he feels better. I hope he feels better too. I'm going to probably go down there tomorrow and see how he's doing. So I just wanted him to get some rest today. So I actually wasn't down there today because the guy has not gotten any sleep in about a week due to all these problems that he's had. So, all right, guys, take care. We'll see you on the next one.